What up, people? Welcome to Gamerish Network podcast, episode 41. I'm BK Brawler 537. Y'all know me already from your show, A Drink of the Game. And then with me today, of course, is my esteemed panel, Felice Cat, from Cat's Corner. If you guys been watching those Twitch videos, and YouTube, of course. And then Mad King, no longer solo, also here with us
No,
today.
I got married, guys. It's really late, but it's official, guys.
Yes, and
uh,
also he has a podcast out, his own podcast out that you guys need to check out. Go ahead and drop the info for them. They can
yeah, it's gonna be a Facebook exclusive just in the beginning because Facebook is the spot. I'm trying to push some content up there. Next level gaming podcast with my boy Geek Physique, aka BK Beast, but he had to change his name because there only could be one BK in this group, so he had to change his name.
I
It's
didn't force him. I didn't force
Nah,
him.
I told him, I'm like, yo, there's too many BKs, bro. Like, we can't have all these BKs. So I told him Geek Physique sounded better. It fits in better. So Geek Physique and I, Matt King, we have this every other week podcast. That's not the name of the podcast. That should be the name of the podcast, every other week. A next level podcast. Definitely something to catch out. Level Zero is up on Facebook now. Check it out. I think it should be up on podcast sooner than later. We're working on that. But yeah, it's a dope podcast. And something that like I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about everything, but it's like my little baby. So I'm a little excited about it.
So, I know Gamerish Podcast, guys, is all about talking about gaming news and stuff, but sometimes we sway off of there and go a little off topic and stuff, just something to break the ice in the beginning of the show. I have to ask you guys right now while I'm real quick, because we usually say what we're playing instead of just going through a whole list of games that we're playing, because between the three of us, are always playing a whole load of shit.
Right.
If you could pick one game that you want to throw in the face of people right now and say, put down your control, whatever you're playing, and I want you to try this game out because you're fucking up if you don't try it out. Elise, what's that one game right now that you want people to try out?
I'm a very picky person, so that's complicated. I'm just gonna be real with you. But
You know.
a game that I've been playing recently that I think is super cute, and no, it's not for people who are like, I need fast pace, I need this, I need that. It's just beautiful, and it's like a symphony of colors, and it's just Concrete Genie. It's a PlayStation 5.
I've been
Yeah.
meaning to start that.
Yeah, was that free?
Oh my
recently?
gosh,
Yeah,
it's free.
it's
I'm sorry.
free.
I calm
Yeah.
down. I calm
Yeah,
down.
I've been wanting to play that
Calm
too.
down.
Christ, thank you.
It is so pretty. You saw me the other day try to play some other game too, right? But this game for a free exclusive PS Plus game, it's so cute. Reminds me of the movie Coco, which I love because Coco was like, it's my heart.
I like Coco too.
I never
Yeah.
watched Coco.
Please watch
I'm
Coco.
surprised. Well, if you had kids, you would have seen Coco 100,000
Yeah,
times.
Coco is so cute because it's just not even about the sugar the celebration of the dead and Mexican culture and the sugar skulls, but like the ancestors represent them and stuff like that. But anyway, so Concrete Jungle is just as colorful as that. It has nothing to do with that, but literally it's a small town. I'm not going to give away the whole thing, but it's a small town, and you're this kid, and you're being bullied, but you're like an artist. You like to draw, and shit goes down, and basically there's like you the whole game you have to draw like stuff. I'm trying to be very vague, and it's not really helping.
All right, it's a game that we all have a chance to play.
But
So
you
Is it a
use the controller.
story-driven? Yeah, I would say, is it a story-driven game or is it kind of like more just like the mechanics?
I think that the mechanics are pretty interesting. There is a story, and you start to unfold the story of the town as you go through the game. But literally, you're just a kid that has no friends who just likes to draw all the time. That's like your favorite thing, and you're being bullied by other kids. And as the story turns out, like you get to know more about the people you're getting bullied by, for instance. So it's like one of those kind of a games, and like the town is like really dark and dreary. Like it feels like it belongs to in a Tim Burton kind of a film.
Oh, I love
Because
Tim Burton.
it's literally after like a cannery opened and failed. You know what happens in small towns when like they open up big businesses and then they just leave, right?
Yeah.
Everything's like fucked up. So it's literally that. You're a kid as well as all the other kids who live in this town. So pretty much everyone's probably pissed off, and you're just this kid and you're drawing art, this beautiful art on the walls, and the place is dark as fuck, but the colors that you draw are so beautiful. And then the mechanics, the controller, which I haven't seen since like either VR games or that layer game that they try to make a thing that never happened.
Yeah.
Do you remember like you take the controller and you do stuff?
Yeah, the
All right, so
original
this one,
PS4 control. I mean,
it's
PS3
yeah.
control. PS3.
This one you can use VR with it too, which I thought was pretty good. It's not necessary, it's not required, but you can. But you use the controller to like aim like how you're gonna draw, paint the stuff, but you also use the buttons, and then like it's so beautiful. And then like the drawings that you do, I mean, there's a define like a angle how it's supposed to look, but the way that you draw it, it literally comes out look like that. So like I got trophies for drawing things that are quadrupeds versus on 2 feet.
Man, they put math in this shit. You might be killing me right now.
4 feet. You walk on all fours.
Just fucking around.
Yeah, but yeah, like I thought that was pretty unique. Like games that like, oh, okay, well, once this kid or this person draws this thing and it looks like it walks this way. Oh, so you get a trophy for that. Or you get a trophy for hanging out because the drawings come to life.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So it's like basically, I would say it could relate to things that we go through in life. I guess kids escape. You know, we all had it. Like when my mom passed away, video games, my escape. You know,
yeah. So art was his escape.
Addict now, guys, to video games, not real crack. Video games are my crack. Okay, just letting you know. Yes. Did they do anything for the PS5 in terms of haptic feedback on the controllers? Did they like upgrade any controller functions like R2 giving you any resistance at any point or anything like that, or vibrations as you're walking through grass or any shit like that?
You don't have all of that stuff. You do have because I suck at the fancy technical terms and things, but like
it's a PS4 game, so I just want to see if they wanted.
Well, no, that was a PS5 game.
No, it's PS4.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It feels like a PS5 game.
That might be like good. That's a good thing then. So
yeah, because it's beautiful. It feels like a PS5 game. It does have the mechanics with the controller. I did feel a little bit of that, but in reference to like the other stuff, I don't think it has any of that stuff. It literally just feels like it feels like it was meant for PS5. In reference to the other stuff in the town, like because only thing that you really have to deal with is the kids that be like trying to bully you because they're still there when you're like trying to draw and they be like drawing over your shit, which is a little fucking annoying. Little assholes. So yeah, it does with the rumbling. It does, just but very little.
Yeah.
It's not that
so it has the basic PS4 controller functions.
Yeah,
I just wanted to know if they did any type of PS5 update with
Probably
it.
Not.
You know, like control.
So. Who's the studio behind that?
Yeah, so it's all good. Anything? You have anything else to add? Oh, that's it.
No, it's so fun. Just play it. It's very colorful.
All right. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us, everybody that's here right now. We're just talking about that one game right now that we want you guys to try out. Like
Concrete Genie.
We feel we could, yeah. And Felice's own is Concrete Genie right now. Fred, what's that one game you hope people would try out right now that you're playing?
Jeez. I don't know. I'm going to say, I don't know, a game that I'm playing currently. That's the question, right? That I want people to play with me. I have to say, man, that game we was playing, like I
knew he was gonna break that one.
Earlier? I saw that game.
Bro, like I don't know what buttons is hitting for me, but like I just want to play it all the time. I was like, it's such a dope game because it's not like Rust or Forest. Is Forest PvP?
No, it's PvE.
It's not, but people are assholes in the game. They lock the door and they try to kill me.
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to deal with that shit. That's why I'm not into Rust. That's why I'm not into like those kind of PvE games and those ARC games because I don't want to deal. I want I want a Minecraft experience. I want I want a Minecraft experience that isn't Minecraft. And this is checking all those like check marks for me. I'm loving the simplicity of it. Surprisingly, the beginning is just like you just start off on a map. And apparently each map is different. So my map is different than Dre's. So like I'm over here trying to tell him like go to the left. And he's like, there's like that's not a thing for me on this side.
Motherfucker got houses on it. I can't find a house and shit.
Yeah, so like for me, the two different experiences. I went to the left and there was a house there. The door was down. I had to like rebuild the door. I had a house. And I'm like, Dre, go to the left. There's a house there. He's like, there's no fucking house.
Me, I had to build my shit from scratch, and my house looks so
like me.
Stupid, yo. My house looks so.
Is it all dilapidated?
Yeah, like I'm used to building houses and stuff in games like this, but it's like because they told me I need to like put a roof over my workbench before I use it. So I got
Yeah,
like the most generic roof. And I tried using my floor tiles as roofs, but we're too tall. So because
yeah.
our character is so tall, my head is touching the top of the roof. So
It
I had
is
to
open
destroy everything. Yeah.
early access, so there are certain things that needs some improvement because like the building is a little not like on the point of Minecraft where like things just click, like they kind of figure what you're trying to do. This one is like, are you sure you want to do this? Like it's like not that clicky yet.
Was
So I'm
that
hoping.
Valheim?
What happened?
Was that Valheim?
Yeah, Valham.
Yeah, Bob.
Is not too clicky on the building. I think the building could do a little better. I don't know if it's a building game though, so I don't know if they're putting too much effort behind that. I think it's more of like
It's survival, so eventually
Survivor.
we'll
Well,
have
it's
to
survival,
build.
then it has to be building.
Yeah, you have to be building
But I
when
feel
it
like,
comes to survival.
but like, yeah, the combat is pretty simple. I've seen. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like that's the thing. It's $20. So just like I think that's also a big deal. Is that like it's a $20 game, and my
Mhm.
expectations was kind of low, and like for
Yeah.
$20, like I have to recommend this. I know me and Dre,
That's cheap.
maybe all of us could get on it because
I like games
we
like that.
we could all just build a big fucking little castle, and all of us, all
Yeah,
four
up
of
to
us
10
there.
players on a server.
Yeah. What happened? Say again, please.
You still gotta play the forest.
Oh yeah, as far as yeah, Mo is just like, yo,
First is
call
on.
me.
Is there crossplay? Because first is on sale
No,
on Steam.
it's not.
Uh,
Mm-mm,
no, no.
They don't
unfortunately.
like it like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm like I don't mind buying. It's like $9 right now. But yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
game is
dope.
dope. I'm not the reason I think I'm surprised too. I don't really like survivor games. I don't like having to deal with the code, having to deal with I'm hungry. I don't have to deal with
So,
I need to eat food. I'm like, yo, I gotta deal with that shit in real life. I don't want that in my game,
you didn't do that with Zelda?
Huh?
With Breath of the Wild?
I didn't like it. I was like, no. I was like probably one of the worst part of that game. It's like I
Yo,
don't want to
Breath of the
deal with
Wild,
that shit.
Oh,
see,
you hungry again?
I like the Zelda games, but Breath of the Wild was so like left field for what I was expecting. Like I knew we were gonna be in like a open world. Fine, great. Who doesn't want an open world Zelda game? But at the same time, the only thing that killed me with Breath of the Wild was the break-in weapons. Like,
I know, you hated that.
you guys didn't do this all the years of my life, and now you
It's
choose
too
to
much.
do this fucking your weapons could break, blah blah blah.
I
Keep
didn't mind that. What I didn't like was the
like
limited loot. You only could carry so many weapons, and then also the stamina bar was garbage. Swimming, climbing,
Climbing was
running.
horrible
It
for
was
me.
like, yo, why do I don't need this in my game? Like, it's Nintendo. Take it out.
yeah, I thought I didn't like it too much, but then, well, Immortals Phoenix Rising did it well because you were able to upgrade your stamina bar real easily in Immortals. So that's why I didn't mind it. And when I saw it in Immortals, I was like, oh my god, here we go with this shit again. But I was able to upgrade my stamina pretty fast in Immortals,
Um,
and I feel more progression in there. When it comes to Zelda, I feel like I have to think harder,
yeah.
sometimes to make
And
more
you also
progress.
had to like do cheesy stuff, like certain like glitches or like certain things you could do to like kind of like reset it faster. But going back to Valham, whatever,
Val
um, Valham, Valham,
I
Valheim.
Valham. I'm keeping it.
I was
It's like my
calling it
saying
Valheim,
now, guys. Okay, I'm
man.
gonna get a T-shirt that says that. Valham. One cool thing is the more you do something, the better you get at it. So like just jumping around, your jumping gets higher. Punching things, your strength gets higher. Swimming, your swimming gets better. So I always like those kind of games too, where like the way you naturally play is the way your character evolves. So like if I'm using a knife, I mean a sword and a shield, and Dre's is using an arrow, I'm gonna be better at a sword and shield, and he's gonna be a better like person with the arrow. So I like those kind of games where like it kind of the way you play makes your character unique. So I like that stuff.
That's actually pretty dope.
Pretty
Yeah.
damn good game. I would say out of the hundreds of games that I'm playing right now, the one game I feel like if you missed out on it, like I did, well, then again, I didn't miss out on it. I just didn't think it was gonna be as good as people said it was gonna be. It's Control. I'm finding
Yes.
myself like I'm playing Control Ultimate Edition on PS5. This is my fourth, not played through, but the fourth time I'm starting this game over again because of how many times I've owned it. Because I didn't give it a chance before, but now I'm just like, this is Ultimate Edition. I got all the DLC is here. Then yes, I don't care. Call me a whack, call me a guy that don't want to get good because I just want to play through the story. I'm all about the story. I don't care about everything else. I turned on stuff so I don't gotta reload my ammo. I don't have to lose my health as easily. My defense is up. I turned all that shit up on the options so that way
It's
I
like a
could get
story
through
mode. You just want to play the story.
yeah, I just want to play the fucking story so people can say whatever they want, but I'm a guy that plays games for story most of the time. But that game is just so amazing. Like the physics in the game, the powers you get, these unique weapons that we're playing with, the way I just feel like this powerful force. Yes, before I even put on the cheats, I felt like a powerful force, but and a strong female character too. And I love the way she like talks to herself as she's doing things because it makes you more like because everybody here doing anything like a job interview, going out while you're walking, we all talk to ourselves. And sometimes you're meeting a friend, you might say a joke that your friend might not have laughed too hard at. Now you're thinking to yourself, "Oh my God, did I say something wrong that offended them?" Or you're at a job interview, and after your job interview, you're thinking to yourself, "God, maybe I was a little too happy, or maybe I said too
Yeah.
much," and things like that. And I like when she talks to herself like that because it really brings out a character. I like it when you play as characters that are relatable. And then there's so much mystery surrounding this place that she worked in and I think grew up in as well. And I'm intrigued. It's the first game that's actually forcing me to read all these fucking documents. And God knows there's a new document to read every
Everywhere.
corner you turn.
Yeah.
I'd rather see some video diaries, but
Or
whatever.
even
The
the way
game,
they do cutscenes, they usually
Mhm.
put it in like the setting. So like you're just walking in like a hallway, and like the image would be like on the side of the hallway. So I think that's pretty cool the way they kind of make the cutscenes kind of more seamlessly.
Yeah.
Have you got up to the first boss fight yet?
Oh yeah. I've done the first one, and the last boss fight I think I did was the little Wraith looking guy. It looked like he came out of a Harry Potter movie, and just throwing shit at him and defeating all these people around him. So it's going good. The only thing I hate about the game is the map. I hate how confusing that map could be sometimes because like it's just up or am I downstairs? Am I upstairs? Like, that's the only thing that irritates me about the game. But other than that, story wise, gameplay wise, the action and everything I'm seeing is great. I see now why it won so many Game of the Year when it came out, so I have no complaints. That's the game I want people to play on my end. It's
I was
Control.
gonna.
You got PS5, go ahead and just add it to your library for later or play that shit now.
Yeah, add it to the library for sure. I was gonna ask because you said you played it 3 times. So, do you feel like this one is the ultimate edition? Do you feel like
Yeah.
it, and second is what setting are you playing on? Are you playing on the ray tracing or the 60 frames?
I put it on the 60 frames.
Okay.
I was like, I always bitch to people that I don't care about ray tracing, so why start now? So I just put it on the 60 frames
Nice.
and played it that way and shit. So it runs very smoothly. Of course, it's the best graphical version. Well, of course, we have the Xbox version as well, but it doesn't give us all the DLC that the ultimate. So PlayStation did well this month with free games. I think we got three good high quality games this month. I think because of how high quality of games we got this month, I think
Next week is
next
gonna be
month people are
garbage.
gonna bitch. People
Yeah,
are gonna bitch about the
That-
games next
I
month.
want to play Control over again, but like you already mentioned it, I think the last podcast on drinking a game. You can't transfer your PS4 to your
Yeah,
PS5,
that's
and
why I have
bro,
to
I
start
was like
over.
What?
so.
Yeah.
Wait, I
If,
thought that you can. The way that you do it, you have to have a
not,
hard
if
drive.
you download the PS4 version, you can. But if you download the PS5 version, it made me start over.
Wait, but I want to play on the new edition though.
No,
Yeah.
wait, I'm so confused.
Yeah, help me out because I'm
Yeah,
like almost done
because
with
Know
it,
how
and I
Call
don't
of
want
Duty
to.
lets you download a PS4 version and the PS5 version? You
Yeah,
get all the games you buy, you're allowed to download the PS4 version or the PS5
I know,
version.
but it won't let you download the save file to
Yeah,
the
but
new version.
But I
yeah.
thought that they said that there's a way. The way is you have to take a hard drive that works on the PlayStation 4.
No,
It
yeah.
won't read it. It won't read it.
I got mine. No, my hard drive's there and my save file is there. When I first downloaded it, I
But the
downloaded the
PS5 version
PS4
won't read
version.
it. It's like two
No,
different games.
yeah, I downloaded the PS4 version by mistake. My save file was there, and I continued. Then I realized, yo, this don't look PS5 quality. So I
Yeah.
went and looked
How
at
far were
the
you
version.
before? Because I'm like almost done with the game, and like the thought of like playing it over again
No,
Just
I
and just
wasn't
like
that
going through
far. I'm
everything again.
already past. Yeah, I'm already past where I left off the last time on
Yeah, I would
PlayStation.
love to finish that game, but the thought of like starting over again is
I
just
need
like,
time to finish that. I
yeah.
there's too many games to play right now, and between Control and Medium, I haven't finished yet either. And
That's the kind of the problem with not the problem, a good problem with the Game Pass is that they're just throwing games at
Yes,
you
Game
and
Pass
plays.
adds new games like
the other
every
day.
3 days. Every
And right now,
three
Stadia
days.
put Little Nightmares 2 up for free. I was like,
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
Stadia. It's
I
on
was
yeah,
doing
Stadia for
yesterday.
free.
When did they put it up?
It put up today.
today.
Stadia went out today. I was able to play like
Yeah,
5 minutes
legit.
of
Yeah,
it.
I'm just saying, like, bro, I'm
I
not
was
like,
trying to stream Stadia, and they said to stream Stadia, you need an extra fucking cards thing to stream Stadia.
no, you don't.
Nah, you shouldn't have to do that, but it's not gonna let you stream it on Gamerish. I'll tell you that much.
I guess you can. I mean,
Well,
we could get through
not
the
unless
technical
you.
stuff
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll
afterwards.
talk about that later. Yeah,
We get like
that's an all
technical, man.
podcast topic.
Wait.
Yeah, so
I'm like,
sorry,
wait.
people. We almost went into a meeting there.
Yeah, he's like, wait,
Um,
guys.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I guess gosh, should I start first with my game news, or would one of you guys want to start first with your game news? 'Cause I can't decide on who to call on.
I don't have really too much game news.
All
There's
right,
a
so
lot of
you
like
go ahead and start.
there was a lot of like mini game stories. One that I kind of was interested in because it's kind of a bigger problem of is you heard of the game Terra, Terror.
Terraria,
Yeah,
Terraria.
Terraria.
Terraria?
And yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys know the name.
Yeah.
You guys probably heard the story about the
yeah.
guy.
Didn't make it onto Google because of his
Uh,
accounts.
Yeah, so apparently this is just like some Big Brother shit, and it's more than just games. But apparently, he's working on a game with Google, and this is all from his side, so we don't know what Google's side is of it yet. But he's been locked out of everything Google related, and if you realize how big Google is, they're really connected in everything you do. YouTube, your email
Everything,
account, everything.
passwords,
You-
all that shit.
Yeah, and apparently he was locked out. Not even locked out like I don't know the password, like locked in like you don't exist anymore. So all his stuff is just gone. Everything he's been working on for Google is gone. Every purchase he's ever made, every photo he uploaded to the cloud, every email he ever had is gone, is deleted. And he's trying to figure out why. And he said he's been trying to get people to try to contact him and trying to figure out this. He's asked for help,
What do you do?
and that's the thing. Like people are like, "Yo, you had to do something kind of like shady," but even that, it's like kind of
Not
fucked up,
shady, but something that wasn't as
like a breach of contract or something like that. Like, well,
something.
but like just
it
the
is-
idea of that, like, so his response is like, "Fuck you, Stadia. Fuck you, Google. I'm not gonna work on this game for you." I think you have bigger problems, homie. But like, so
money?
like that's the news story. Like one of the news stories is like, how do you guys feel about that? Like Google just like literally just put the plug on this guy's
Well,
life.
if we don't know their side of the story yet, it's kind of hard.
But
to,
what's the like
I mean,
the okay for
what
this
if he
for Google to
just
do
forgot his
this?
passwords?
you know?
What,
Like-
say it again, please. I didn't hear you.
Just forgot his passwords.
No,
Like,
he said like he contacted Google and they're like, nah, we can't help you.
but he didn't tell the whole conversation though. He just said he contacted them and they said.
But
they
I'm
can-
gonna say, are you okay with Google just being like you don't exist anymore on Google platforms?
I think that that's his point of view.
No, I'm
I-
saying you. How do you feel about it?
I can't say how I feel about something that we don't know if it's a fact or not. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, this is one of those topics that's
You think
hard
he-
to
but-
speak
So
on.
you think
I
he's
even feel
trolling
like-
us and this is
That's
not
that
really
just
happening?
how do you feel about him stabbing? Did you see him stab her? No. Yeah. Sorry.
You'd be like the worst fucking court witness, like court like judge. Like I didn't see it. He's innocent. He's like there's
No,
blood on his
I-
hands.
no, I
What's
believe
wrong
it.
with you?
I believe in
He's
no,
like I didn't see it.
reasonable doubt. There's always reasonable doubt. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole justice system and stuff, shit like that. But like, I believe in like, there's what they say. What's my grandma said? There's two stories and then there's the truth.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Alright,
same.
so okay, maybe I didn't explain the story right.
No, I heard what you
No,
said.
no,
But
we
like,
understand
I
it.
just don't understand how you're so like nonchalant about this. This is like
This is not nonchalant. This is just
you like whatever. Like it's his problem. I didn't see it. Like you just don't care. This is like a big deal that like
No,
some
it's
like
true.
a company is telling you. Like imagine if like
Like
just,
I know people work at Google. Just trust me on this. Like I
no, but just okay. So then
Okay.
this go with the idea of what they're doing. And like, do you not feel uncomfortable? Like, I've been using Google since I was like
I
high
know.
school. My first
Have you not seen
email
Eagle Eye? The movie
is
Eagle Eye is literally with Shia LaBeouf. The same concept. Just saying.
yeah. I'm just saying like, I okay. Well,
Well, she
Dre,
don't got an opinion on it. It's just
yeah,
on
it's
my
fine.
end.
I
It's
have an opinion
just
on it.
like I want the full story. I feel like it's,
What's my
if
opinion?
he maybe he did something when he was supposed to put the game on their servers. Maybe there's some reason. Maybe he fucked up and did something wrong, or maybe he tried to access some information in the process of him getting his game on their servers. Maybe he took a wrong turn, on the servers and stuff, and maybe he was just like, huh. Before we know, they probably gave him some source codes, or he was uploading something, and he was like, while I'm in here, maybe I could check out what games they have coming.
Yeah, but
Like maybe he's like, let me see what Stadia has releasing next month. And they're just like, whoa, what are you doing? Block him. That's for all we know. That's my theory. It's just one man's opinion. It might not have been the case, but at the same time, it's just like we don't know the full story. But for them to be able to block all his shit like that, it sucks because that's a lot of information, especially someone like me who uses Google for
it's
everything. We
money.
use
That's the
Google
thing.
Drive, my email address is Google. Google holds all my passwords. Without them, I don't know how to log into anything. Like,
Yeah, same thing.
so it's like no matter if I go on a friend's computer, I'm like, yo, I'm logging into my Google account because I'm not going to remember any of my passwords, like straight up. So it sucks for him, but I want to hear the other side of their what they have to say.
That's pretty much what I was saying with my side, my
Yeah.
opinion on it was that pretty much literally like, yeah, like we don't know what he did or what he didn't do. We don't know anything about it. So it's not necessarily a lack of opinion, but it's more or less like a lack of possible information.
I just think it's fun. I don't know. I guess I'm just surprised that you guys are so like, just it's almost like blaming the victim. It's
No,
almost
wait,
like
I
no. Let me
know
just finish what I'm
both
saying
sides
because
of the
apparently
story.
I'm 2 versus 1 over here. It feels like I don't know, like just the thought of like a big brother, like fucking Google, Microsoft, telling you guys, nah, we don't like what you're doing. That's what I think. You guys are assuming that he did something wrong. I'm
no,
assuming
I'm
he didn't do
saying
anything wrong. I'm
Well,
assuming
we didn't assume. We said we want to hear the other
what's
side.
the other side? Google
no,
doesn't tell you
no.
guys
That's
shit.
the
It's not.
thing.
It's like Google doesn't tell you shit.
It's not even about the other side. For me, I'm saying there's holes in what he's saying. I'm saying what exactly happened. He's only saying
I'm just
this
I
happened. Not you, Freddie. I mean, like this
the
happened.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, the guy. This happened, and now I'm locked out of everything. And I was like, and my first statement was, did he forget his passwords? I know how fucked that sounds,
All right,
but
so all right, I'm just trying to be logical about this. One, yeah, it's fucking shady because apparently he's
that's
been
shady.
like 3 weeks of him not having no access, and now he chooses like this week to say something. That's shady as fuck. Two,
Oh, you might have.
I just feel like if it's something like stealing something, Google would sue the shit out of this guy. Like that's the thing. Like the way that they're going about it, because this game is not like fucking Madden, but this game is pretty popular. It's been out for
I know it's popular, but I
I
knew it
play the
was
shit out of it, so
popular.
maybe that's why
I
I.
didn't understand why. Because I'm just like, man, I don't care about this game.
Oh, I
Going
like
on
this game. I'm over
Stadia.
playing
What
it.
game is it?
It's
Uh,
Terraria. Let me say.
Terraria. It's
Oh,
kind of
Terraria.
like,
We're still talking about Terraria. He might. Oh, no.
and then I'm saying like, and his whole thing was like he was gonna port it to Stadia, and then in the middle of him porting it to Stadia, Google's like, nah, you don't exist anymore. I just think it's crazy the fact that like somebody could just like fuck with your personal life to that level, like
Yeah, if
if
that
it's like
happens,
flipping
yeah.
the switch, and I think that's just crazy.
What's going on? I'm late. That's someone
But
said.
we're
Oh,
talking
so
about
yeah, go ahead.
Terraria and about how Google is just like,
Terraria. And how
The
Google
creator of Terraria, however that fucking game
okay,
is.
I got too many things for me, guys.
Yeah,
That's the person
how
that told
Google
him.
screwed the guy that was putting the game over on Stadia, and we're just debating whether it was right or wrong.
It's wrong.
And me and Felice want to know the other side, and Freddie's just like fuck Google.
No, it's not even Google, but it's like I feel like
with the jewels.
I rather believe the little guy, than believe that Google is the good guy in this story.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think he's a good guy. Sorry, the Google's the good guy. I was just saying that I just need to know if there's more information that he's not letting me know. Like, regardless of the fact that he's cut out, that's fucked up. Yeah, I'm not gonna not say that's not fucked up. I don't care what he did, but that's fucked up. go through legal means, sue the shit out of him, take all his money, take his generational money, which is kind of fucked up too, because no one has that. Not really, but still, like being locked out is pretty shitty. Like Dre said, like he can't even remember his passwords. Like I stopped writing them down years ago. Why? It says click here, allow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
guess
not,
maybe I'm just thinking because if that happened to me, yo, I have pictures from like 20 years ago that I don't have backups, and like Google just like that.
Oh yeah,
I'm deleting these shits. I just lost like my whole past, my whole life. It's just
Google
like
is like mad, like creepy in terms of
I
photos.
know. I very
Yeah,
like I
all
don't
my
think
old
about it
pictures,
that they have access to all these pictures because
all my pictures are just us getting drunk back when we were younger. All those clubs and stuff. All the pictures my wife wish I got deleted.
yeah, it's,
You
it's
know,
in the
so
cloud.
how many pictures I got of us drunk inside
That's
of
why
a
I'm
Philly
happy I don't have
club.
Apple because Apple is stay getting hacked, man.
I
Yeah,
have
man.
Apple.
Good old days. We know. We know. All right.
But
You
yeah,
got any other stories?
the second one I don't know if did I steal anybody's story with that one?
Nah,
Okay,
No.
cool. The second one I'm pretty sure I stole.
you probably saw.
CD Red getting hacked and
Oh yeah,
being blackmailed. I don't know if I saw. Did you guys see the total amount they was asking for?
nah, I just see
Oh,
them.
I didn't see an amount. Yeah, they
But
just said that they were being asked. They were being what's
hacked
the
and
word?
ransom, kind of like
They were being
kidnapped.
God.
They so pretty much CD Red, makers of our favorite game, Cyberpunk and Witcher franchise, they got the code hacked, which I'm assuming is like just how they make games, what system they use to make games.
The root source.
Yeah, and these hackers were pretty much saying, "Hey, pay us X amount, or we're
Yeah.
going to
They
release it
already
to the black
sold it
market."
though.
Yeah, and they CD Red's like, we don't negotiate with terrorists, and they said no, fuck you guys, and they sold it to the blackmail. So somebody has the source code for all those franchises. I don't know what the fuck those people are gonna do with it because I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious that you guys are using the Witcher and Cyberpunk engine and source code. So I don't understand like what would people get out of that? Maybe just to improve their own system.
I mean,
I can see like I can see low key like
you can do a lot of stuff with that.
I can see like low key like BioWare or like maybe EA or the new Dragon Age. Let's see what they're working with. Let's see how we could implement those things into
Don't
our
feel
system.
any project because for such a small Polish company that what was it GOG Games, right? GOG GOG. I'm saying it weird.
Yeah,
But
the
such a
stuff.
small company, they did amazing stuff with such a little amount of people compared to the bigger ones. So if such a small company could do what they did and get now, well, I mean, Cyberpunk kind of like it got messed up, but to get to that Cyberpunk status, to be able to create the hype, even though the game didn't work out the way it was supposed to, that's crazy. Versus a bigger company like BioWare or whatever. So yeah, their stuff that code, that's their whole entire existence, that's their whole life. So
Yeah.
for them, that's a ruining thing.
No,
And they
yeah,
use
it's
that to
somebody.
create their own stuff. It will never be unique. It's you know what I'm saying, right?
Guys, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying like, who do you think is out there trying to buy
Who's
this?
stole it? You said you meant? I'm sorry.
Robin?
You meant like who's trying to buy that shit?
Yeah, like who's buying it?
Someone who
It's
wants to start
people
their
from
own
the
thing.
web. They probably sold that shit.
Somebody
off of
China
Bitcoin.
company. Was that the China company? Tintin? Oh, not Tintin.
Not Tintin.
Starts with a T.
Nah, this is gonna be some independent.
Nah, it'd be like some independently rich.
That
person
Black
who-
Wukong. They stole
It
it.
ain't gonna be nobody that we know trying to use their stuff because if they get
But
found
like,
out,
isn't it
Yeah.
crazy that this is a thing now? What was the last game that got Ubisoft got like hacked and got like yo, give us money or
Yeah,
we'll release
Ubisoft got
everything?
hacked right before they started to do the whole the Uplay thing.
So yeah, how do you guys feel about it? Do you give a shit that like a multi-million-dollar company is getting like ransomed?
I give a shit because you can't just. I know we have no money, and they do. I know it's simple to say that us versus them, but at the end of the day, like I give a shit because, I mean, one obviously I love that company despite the fact that they have the fucked up game, and we've already said in many fucking podcasts and drinking games so far that we don't like what happened with the game that came out. But beyond that, like. That's intense. Like imagine your life work, whether you're rich or you're not rich. Imagine your life work and you get hacked, and then like you can't like your stuff is like taken from you. Like
That's what I feel about Terria. You guys don't get it. That's the exact same thing. Google took his life,
no,
and
no,
you're
No,
like,
they
nah, I
didn't
gotta
take
hear
the
both sides.
game. They
prove
locked
they
him
were
out of
hacked.
Google
We can't
stuff. They didn't
prove
take his game.
it's different. We can't prove that that's exactly what happened to him, but we can prove that he got not hacked, robbed, right? He got robbed, realistically, right?
You think
We
it
can
was an
prove
inside job?
that. Not a speculation, it's random speculation, but no, I just think that it's easy to, if you know what you're doing, it's easy to hack you. I mean, I don't know if you remember, like a few Christmases ago, was it Anonymous? Anonymous hacks every year or every other year. So they hacked was it Thanksgiving? They said people should be thankful for Black Friday. Do you remember that? It's if someone really wants to do that, then they can. I don't think it has to be an inside job or anything like that. It's not that, you know. I think it's probably someone who had the means to do so, who was pissed off about whatever the game is, and it's just an easy time to take advantage of a company that's already bleeding dollars.
Well, I don't know. I honestly didn't care about the story at all. Like I have no input for once. Dre is
You
shut.
guys some
I
cold
don't
blooded
care
mofos.
about this at all. Like I'm just like whatever. Just make
Pro-blooded.
my next game. Like as long as you guys can still develop games, keep making me my games. That's all I care about. I'm not worried about your money.
Issue
I
with
ain't worried about
developers.
someone else using it. And if somebody else took this shit and they make a good game out of it, then I'm buying it. Like straight up. So it's like whatever. Like
BK impartial. Got
you
it.
know, like so yeah, I'm impartial to this shit.
Okay, I got another one. I forgot. You know Shadow Mordor?
Yes.
Mhm.
Did you hear about them patenting a game mechanic?
Yeah, the Nemesis
The
system.
Nemesis system. How do you just because it feels like it's connected kind of about like that doesn't, but for some reason like I
You
feel
trying to say
connected to me.
Robin?
I mean, for the feel, I mean, robbed in the sense of like, how do you feel about like a game company, like putting a patent on a game mechanics? Like if
I
somebody like
mean,
Mario put double jumping, and Nintendo's like, okay, no other game could do double jumping, or
that's
no other game could
not
do
unusual. This patents on mini mechanics. You know that, right?
Yeah, they
Like
put
like
patents
what?
on a lot of
Name me
shit.
one.
since they sell they have a patent on it, but then they also allow other companies to use their
To
stuff,
use it.
but they
Yeah.
pay them. Like
No, I don't
to create video games on my computer.
I'm sorry. I don't think that I don't like the idea of panning a game mechanic because a game mechanic is just an express like they didn't come up with the idea. This is not what they had
No,
wasn't an original idea. What they had
Kind of.
was
What other game did that
influences.
shit? No other
No,
game
but
did that shit.
that's not how patenting works with in terms
no,
of.
I'm saying how they came up with the Nemesis system
Oh, how
isn't.
got it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Nemesis is.
No, no,
I'm
I
saying the way that
understand.
they came
Sorry.
into Nemesis
Yeah,
wasn't an
it's
original
not.
idea. They took influence from other games,
Of
from
course.
other media, and came up with this. And that's what I think media in general, music, video games, movies, is all taking influence from things from the
If
past
you want to go into that, then
and
there should be
changing it
no.
and adapting from
Yeah,
it.
there should be
So
no copyright in music if that's the case.
and that's why I feel the same way. I don't think music should be copyrighted. I don't think movies should because it's a form of art, and I don't think art should be copyrighted. I think everybody should have access to
I
art.
mean, but for a person,
If it's
that's
your
access,
stuff,
but not ownership of.
Yeah,
But
I'm not saying like I'm good. Like I'm not saying like I think I should enjoy like if I'm like want to listen to music while I stream. I don't think I should have to. I don't think whoever owns like the
you
soundtrack.
know I'm
If
about to kill you right now, right?
no, because I'm
Because
not. That's one thing.
say
If I'm
someone
making
else said, I
money
don't
off
I
of,
get
if
get
I'm
where
paid.
making
you're
money
going
off of a
with it.
stream, then yeah, they should get the cut. It makes sense. I'm not saying like I should be taking advantage of somebody else's work. I'm saying like if like I'm just chilling, let's playing 2K because I'm is 2K getting money from the games I'm advertising, streaming it? No. So why? What's the difference between me streaming the music and playing a game at the same time? What's the difference? And
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
2K
But to
2K
those
knows while you're
numbers,
streaming their game,
Because
you're gonna
if I
you
bought
really
you're gonna
something, I
buy.
bought 2K, so I'm playing 2K. If I bought J Cole's new album, I'm streaming J Cole's new
Sorry
album.
for
I own
cutting
it.
you off. Go ahead. Go ahead. I cut you off there.
But the whole
no, no,
that's
it's
just
not
that's
that.
like a down rabbit hole. But like so apparently you guys are okay with like that being a future thing.
Only because I get where you're going, but being on the side of the argument that I am the artist, that okay, I don't have anything out there right now, realistically, not that's patent or anything like that.
You
But
got Gamerish Network.
Yes, yes, we have Gamerish Network, but that's
If
not what I
we
meant.
found someone using our name because we got
Nah,
extra
we're not gonna be
power,
clap that fool.
we be tapped. We
I'm
be
not
tight, right? We with someone else making
right.
money off of our name, we be tight right now.
But no, realistically though, being someone who has worked around a lot of artists, and I have the pleasure of meeting a lot of different people that are artists, seeing their perspective, seeing their trials and tribulations, going through the motions to make them create the art. I get why patents are so important. And understanding patents, like for instance, patents on inventions, for instance, since it is Black History Month, if you want to go into it, patents on things that people have created that have been stolen by other people. Well, sorry, things that were created that didn't have patents that were stolen by other people who put it forth and made billions and billions of dollars because they patented it, and then the other people who were POCs did not patent it. Those concepts, those ideas, those laws are there to protect the artist. They're literally leveled across all forms of creativity. They're not just on music and games, but they're on everything. So saying that we will not allow this game mechanic, I know how stupid it sounds right now because I get what you're saying. I get it. Like Mario jumping twice. Okay, my dude, Mario can't be the only double jumper. You can't patent that shit. But I get it. At the same time, they're like, well, I mean, they didn't patent it. So we can patent it. And that's literally how it is. Like everyone's running to the race, they run to the line first to get their name there first so they can say they can have it. And patents don't last forever, FYI. They're only for a certain amount of years. And then you have to renew that shit. You know that, right?
I'm dealing with that shit right now. Oh my
I
God,
know.
the
I
amount of
know.
lawyers that are
I
hitting
know.
me up.
So,
Like I'm
but
like,
they're
Jesus
important.
Christ.
The whole point is to protect the people who hopefully created the items, or at least said that they create the items first. Unless someone comes to disprove them that has a patent before them, they can then go forth and then have other people pay them, which you already know that, to do so. And I do agree with you about the Twitch thing. I understand the concept of padding. I don't agree that they should block us for the music because that bothers me. Because when I was playing Little Big Planet, or not Little Planet, the other game, they cut the music.
Sackboy had better cut to Bruno Mars, right?
Bruno Mars, Britney Spears,
Britney
a bunch
Spears.
of, yeah, but it was only like a certain amount of, it was like the lyrics. But I understand what you're saying. I think there should be exceptions. As long as you say this, I don't own this music, which I'm okay with saying, you shouldn't have to like get blocked. You're not stealing from them. But with Twitch, it's like someone is paying us technically. I mean, if you know, you have someone subscribe and pay you, then they're like, oh, you're making a profit, and you're not giving us part of that profit. That's the whole concept behind that thing.
Yep, I'm there. When it comes to my
It's a
point
lot.
of view, I'm biased, of course. One, these are Lord of the Rings games. I'm never gonna go against anybody making Lord of the Rings games. Two, I know what it's like to have to copyright shit and how much money goes into that shit, and not want anyone to steal your damn ideas and
Yep.
all the bullshit that goes on behind the scenes for you to renew all this shit. Like, so I'm completely biased as someone who has to fucking deal with this shit every day right now. Like, so it's is so of course I'm saying it now. I don't bring it up to you guys outside the pod, but for someone who has to deal with this crap right now, I can't even say much because I'm just like, I know already what they got to go through. So
And I was at the beginning of that because I was trying to create an app before I met you guys, and I was like, "Fuck this shit! I need some more time." So I understand as well.
yeah, that's all the stories you got, Fred.
Yeah. I'm just gonna just be quiet for the rest of the podcast.
Why?
I feel like you guys keep going against everything I say. The sky is blue, guys. Do you guys know that?
You the
The
one
sky
who
is blue, right?
plays devil's advocate every pod, and now we the ones playing devil's advocate. You don't like it.
No, because it's two of you guys. One of you guys should be like in the middle, like, yeah, I can see
I
it.
was in the middle. I was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I just explained what patent in the
I'm
man.
just jelly because I feel like you guys are all big brothers right now. It's like, no, I got the corporation. The corporation says you got to pay me.
I'm nowhere near the corporation. We all broke. We all.
I know what I'm saying. Let the broke brothers live.
Just because you part doesn't mean that you hate the big brother or the big sister or the concept of this or the concept of that. And then also, not all big companies are big brother.
Yes.
You're right. I'm
Google
sorry.
is though.
Again, I'm quiet. Bye.
Google is though.
Google definitely is. But I guess I'll go next with some from stories and shit. I wanted to talk about like the castings, recent castings we got. Like first off, no, wait, let me start off with G4 TV is starting back up this week. And they released their schedule for this upcoming Friday. I want to tell the world because G4 was part of my childhood, and I will support them in any way possible, especially when X Play is coming back out and Attack of the Show. So I want to give you guys that damn schedule right now for those listening who support G4. So on Friday this week, coming February 12th, tomorrow at 8:15 a.m., you'll get G4 TV show. And then the esports show. This is for Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, guys. 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the esports show. X Play returns at 2:15 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm gonna be driving, and I don't know. I'm probably gonna miss it, but I will be tuning into X Play to see what Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler. Even though Morgan Webb played me when I bought her a few drinks at E3, but I'm gonna let that slide, and I'm not gonna put that into my feelings for X Play. And then Attack of the Show returns tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just want to throw that out there for those who are interested in things like that. The last,
We're correct.
uh,
Is you said YouTube? So is it like another
yeah, their
channel? It's
channel
just
is
like the
straight
YouTube
YouTube now.
channel.
Yeah, it's just a straight YouTube channel now.
All right, so I gotta like. Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know
You
that.
need to have the YouTube premium service because they keep pushing that shit.
Nah, you don't need it. I've been watching them since they made the channel. I've
And the
subscribed.
YouTube channel is G4 TV.
Yeah, just G4. G4.
Nice.
You
I
can go there
right
and
now.
find
I know. Me too.
it. Yep.
Oh, before we switch over, just because Dre, you said like this was like your childhood. What made it such an important thing in your childhood? Or you grew up not childhood, but like you
Video
know.
games, man. This video game. How many video game channels we had growing up, man? We didn't have no video game channels growing up. Like, and I remember more than X Play. I remember like damn, now I can't even remember the name of those shows, but they had like but two guys who used to do this game show. Then they had the other esports show that used to go on. It was the birth of Olivia Munn. G4 was so much. Fuck the cops. I didn't care about cops. I didn't care
Yeah.
about American Ninja Warrior or
Oh, I
Ninja
watched that.
Warrior.
I watched that too.
I watched it here and
I
there,
never
but I didn't
seen it.
care about it as much as I cared about my game shows. But there was like four great game show and G4 TV, which Jeff Keighley, if it wasn't for that, Jeff Keighley probably would be as popular as he is now, or as well known, because everyone says Jeff Keighley is an asshole. So he's just a guy that knows how to talk his way up the ladder. And so so good for him. I still hear he sucks, but good for him. He's given us a lot of good shit with the video game awards and stuff. So shout out to him.
But
And his
that's not his idea. He's just the host of it.
no, it's his idea. He funded. He
So
got all
Dre,
the company
if
and
you
everything.
would, if it wasn't for Jeff Keighley, you don't think we would have a video game award?
No, we had Spike Awards and all that stuff,
No,
but
I'm just saying, like the
Yeah,
idea. You gave this man too much credit. That was the whole point of this. But move
no.
on.
But I said he's an asshole.
I know,
Like
but like the idea of a video game award show is it like a unique idea? So like I think, whatever.
it's not that it's a unique idea. It's that he made it happen.
Yes.
He made it happen, and we benefited off with like when it was just a Spike video game award shows. We didn't get all these world premieres that we get now. That Jeff Keighley got, like all these. We have to watch now. We're making podcasts around this stuff, because we know that people want to see this shit. People want to see our reactions to these world premieres and all these new game trailers that we're about to get, and the winners of these awards and shit like that. So I give it up to Jeff Keighley for bringing us all of that shit. I appreciate him. But anybody that contributes in a good way to the video game world, I'm with them. I support them 100% because I want us to become that big that people look at us to contribute to the video game world. So if we could be assholes like Jeff Keighley and still contribute to the damn video game world, let us be that same people, those same people. One day, hey, right now I'm recording in my son's bedroom. I want for a year from now to be recorded from a fucking studio where all three of us are in the same fucking room.
Yo,
Like we're in the same fucking room, paying for
COVID.
space,
Let's end this shit.
and just chalking it up. That's where a Gamerish
Let's
Network.
just do it now, guys. I have a backyard. Come over. We got
I
a
don't
tent.
want to stand across the yard where there's snow at.
And he in Jersey. Why
I
should
got
the
a
one
pool.
bring the two? He should be coming to Brooklyn.
Nah, I
you
got a pool.
Wait,
Yeah.
you got a pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a pool.
Let's
Gamerish,
go.
you shot at that house.
We gonna be shooting in the pool in the
Tell Mad Queen it's
summertime,
okay.
guys.
Summertime
I'm
gamers.
Mad Queen.
Episode 85 in Freddy's pool.
Shit,
Episode
Yes, sir.
85 in
here.
Freddy's-
He's gotta help me take the dirt out the pour. But yeah, I got you.
But yeah, so
You
back
gotta put
to
some work in.
game. We have all the stuff that came out, starting with The Last of Us. We got Pedro Pascal to be he's gonna be our Joel. You know, guys, how you guys feel about him being Joel? And we got what's her face?
Wait.
Bella Ramsey as our Ellie.
Wait, who's Ramsey?
Bella Ramsey
Oh,
is
the girl from earlier.
the game from Game of Thrones.
So 2 Game of Thrones girls people
The
are in this
killer.
movie.
The killer.
Yeah.
But the killer, which I have no idea.
I
what
loved
you're
her.
talking
Well, she was like the queen. She was a little kid, but she was a queen, and she loved to fight with her people.
Oh,
like,
okay.
she got killed by the
Yeah,
giant.
she was like short, and she was like
Yeah,
from
Oh, shit,
killed
Arya.
the giant, but
the
he
North.
killed her too. But she went down
It
fighting
was
the
Arya.
giant.
Arya. Was it
No,
Arya?
not Arya. No. The
little small
queen.
one that like
Arya
was like
never a
beastly.
queen.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I wish it was Arya.
I like what's the other guy's name? Pascal. He said.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, the Mandalorian is doing good things for him.
I know. Yo, he's getting everything now.
Actually, you know what I wanted to say, which is kind of like funny because we talked about that when it first happened, and now it's like okay. Remember when he took off his helmet and we were like, "Why would you do that?" Yo, that shit probably helped him.
Do you remember this? Do you know the reasoning behind that?
Wait, the reason behind
Oh,
what?
he wanted that.
He
scene.
wanted it. He said,
I know about that.
I know, but like he was being like a little bitch about it. He's like, yo, I want people to see my face.
Yeah, I
And
know.
like it paid off for him, but like I don't like the whole douchiness. It was like, yo, like I want this. And they're like, this doesn't really fit the story. But he's like, I want to do this.
No,
and they
yeah,
made it happen, you know? So like good for him. It worked out. His face is everywhere.
because he almost got kicked out.
Yeah, but like I just don't like that shit. Like play the character, play the fucking character, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I actually agree with that. I
Yeah,
agree
like
with
if you know the
Hey, we're
role
on the same
that
team,
you're
guys.
playing, like, and then that's like him playing Joel, and then we get introduced to, let's say the TV show introduces Abby. Now we all know Abby's gonna kill Joel, and he goes to the
Don't
producer.
say that.
Like,
Stop saying about him killing.
no, I'm just saying,
with
he,
it,
let him go to the producers and be like, I don't think I should be killed. I don't think it
Oh,
fits.
so you think he's being? Do you think he's being like a prima donna?
Yeah, don't be the prima donna, you know, like, no, because then if we see them meet Abby and then Abby just becomes this big ally, then it's just like everyone's gonna stop watching it.
I
Like,
don't think that's gonna be an issue. I think that he just once Maggie was trying to say, he just wanted to be noticed. He was like, I'm in this big role, and he was excited, like when Tom Cruise jumped on the couch, like Oprah. But then of course he lost all of his roles.
I was gonna say, do you have any story detail on the TV show? Is it gonna be before the first Last of Us? Is it between
they
1 and 2?
claim that they're following the story.
So it's
They
gonna start from the
claim-
beginning.
So yeah, they claim, but
find
of course
backstory.
they're gonna add more stuff to it. But they claim they're gonna follow the video game story.
I guess we know how it ends.
You know, well, we don't know how it ends because we're gonna get a part 3 in a few years. So you know, unless it's gonna go like Walking Dead and deviate at a certain point.
Yeah,
You know,
it has to because this is a TV show, so there's no way that like they're hiring. He's like a big actor, to be just like killed off in the second
no, but that's
season.
the good thing though, because think about it this
He
way:
wasn't big before.
maybe he signed on knowing he was gonna die. Because what if the schedules conflict with
Yeah, true. Makes
Mandalorian
sense.
and The Last of Us? So
But
he's
also,
like,
they could do a lot of back, like what do you call it? Not sorry, foreshadowings forward. What's the one backwards? I can't think of the backwards one. But what they do a lot of things where like it's Ellie and she's like acting because of course she's going to be the star. Let's be real. And then like she's thinking about her time with Joel, and they do that whole thing. Like,
flashback stuff.
thank you, flashbacks.
Mhm.
Well, because there's a lot of shows that do mad flashbacks.
Yeah, it could be like that. We could see, what if we see an older Ellie and then she's thinking about her past? That could be, yeah, you're right. Because then he wouldn't have to be part of everything. He could just be there for a few
They did
episodes.
that
Like,
with bad Star Trek episodes. They did that with like the Stargate series. They do it all the time. I'm sorry, sci-fi.
yeah, you make a good point there. You
Sci-fi.
definitely make a good point there. But yeah, I think of course we saw people being cast like the guy from Lost and Ellen. Well, not Ellen anymore. What's her real name now? Is it
Elliot.
Gabe,
Ellen? What did Ellen change her name to now that
Bob,
she's trans? Is
John,
Elliot
John,
Elliot Page?
Elliot.
Not
She could have been a perfect Ellie. She looks
he,
just
So she go
like
from.
he,
Okay,
he,
whatever.
she. Yeah, I mean he. Yes, he. My bad. My bad. My apologies, people. Don't come down on me.
No, it's okay. I know you've been drinking.
So
He be drinking.
I'm on my
He be
second
drinking.
glass. I'm on my second glass.
Not for the
Um,
day though.
yeah. So but yeah,
Why
I
can't she just
thought
hire her to play Ellie? Him to play Ellie?
because he has stuff to fucking do. Like we got
Because that's isn't that the character based off of?
no
No, that's
somebody
Beyonce
else.
Stones.
Everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks
Because
she
Beyonce
plays.
Stones came out around the same time that game was coming out, the first one, and so
Yeah,
they looked similar. They
they
had
look
this
similar.
gaming mechanics, but they're
Yeah,
not the same person.
it's not him.
Oh,
It's definitely not him. So
okay.
yeah, you can just Google it. You'll see. Like the person that played Ellie is blonde, like straight up in real life as a blonde lady. But yeah, I just want to bring that up. I think it's gonna be a good show though. I'll deal with both of those people because that girl's already shown that she could be a strong female character, strong lead, and
Yeah.
Pedro
People love her.
Pascal is the Mandalorian. Like that's all people need to hear. Like he's the Mandalorian, and everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, that guy. So I have nothing more. Unless you guys have anything to add.
You remember how he died in Game of Thrones? How fucked up that was?
Wait, what?
Of course. The one guy who said this seems like a day that a man shouldn't die, and he
You remember how
died.
he died in Game of Thrones,
No,
Felice?
Yeah,
I don't. I don't. I
Oh
watched
my
all of it.
god, watch that episode.
No,
It's
I
so fucking
literally
terrible.
watched. Because I was trying to get up to season 8 before each season 8 happened, so I watched the whole first 7 season because I had HBO for like a limited time. So
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But anyways, he's a
Yeah.
great actor. I would love to see more of him.
What are you talking about? You still talking about
Pascal.
Pascal? I didn't know he was in Game of Thrones.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
He's the one that died by the
No,
mountain.
hey, you're spoiling it, man.
I saw it already, but I just don't
Everybody
remember.
watch Game of Thrones by now. Like if you ain't
I
watched
already
Game
seen
of
all
Thrones
the
by
shit.
now, then cut off our pod right now. Like
No,
if
we
you
need you guys. Stay.
ain't- I'm just saying, everybody watch Game of Thrones by now, man.
Yeah.
So the mountain killed him. But he's also the one that killed the mountain because the mountain came back as like a
Because
zombie.
he was poisoned. He poisoned
Yeah,
him
he
right there.
poisoned him.
Yeah, we could do a whole Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah,
We could.
So
No.
out the grapevine, we got another casting for Borderlands movie.
Mm.
And I wanted to see how you guys feel about this.
I like
we
that
got-
person. It's weird.
So right
though.
now, it holds on right now that Kate Blanchett is playing Lilith, which I don't mind. She's good at acting. Jack Black is playing Claptrap, which was just said today, and I guess I don't mind because he's gonna be CG. It's just that I just got to get used to his voice again because it's been a long time since I had to listen to Jack Black in a movie. So I just got to get used to that. Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be playing Tannis, which I think is perfect because Jamie Lee Curtis looks close to Tannis, which is like the mechanic in the game. Well, one of the inventors, because the mechanic is the fat lady. But Tannis, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is a good role, and plus they could put her in that role because she survives into part 2 of Borderlands and stuff. And Kevin Hart, which I feel was probably named for Claptrap, but he probably came in and was just like, oh, you guys want me to be machine, but they got this thing. I want to buy this whole thing, though, that leads the whole pack. I'm Kevin Hart. Like he says in all his comedies, I'm Kevin Hart. Like his last comedy, he's like, they wanted me to be the greeter. I'm Kevin Hart. I'm not no greeter. You could get Carlton to be a greeter, but I'm Kevin Hart. So as soon as I heard that, because it was rumored he was going to be Claptrap, he probably heard about role, because I do not see Kevin Hart playing Borderlands or knowing anything about Borderlands.
Yeah.
There's no way Kevin Hart knows anything about Borderlands. Somebody had to show him that script. He saw Roland was a black guy, and he was the leader of this group, and he was like, I'm Kevin Hart. I want to be
Sorry, just because I'm thinking about like, does anybody want to see a Borderlands movie? I love that franchise. I love one. I love two. I love three. Two
I'll
is
see it
probably.
as long as it's rated R. If they
I
make it
just think
rated
like,
PG-13, fuck that movie.
yeah, I do not want to see this movie, and the fact that like all these big actors are in it almost feels like it's making it worse. Like I'd rather this be like a funky Resident Evil kind of remake, kind of like how they're just having fun with it, like low expectations, just like this, just have a good time. But like I feel like this is gonna be like some super serious with all these fucking actors. Like I don't want Borderlands to be that
Now,
type
with
of
these
movie.
actors, it can't be serious that
No,
much.
but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like I feel like none of these people played the fucking game. I feel like none of these people actually understand anything about this game. And I think Kevin Hart started this, he joined, and then, like, the next person joined because Kevin Hart joined, and then Jack Black joined, and then all these people are joining because they're all big stars now. But I don't think this movie needs big stars.
I
It didn't. I don't think it
agree with
did.
you. I agree with
I
you.
don't. Yeah, I don't think. I think that like this movie should be fun. I think it should be just like a whole bunch, just a feel good movie. You know, just like self-aware movie. And I feel like it's not going to be that kind of movie. I think it's going to be like, and when I say take it, it's not taking it serious. Not that like it's not going to be funny or comedy, but not being self-aware. And I think I want my Borderlands movie to be self-aware that it's a video game, that's a movie, that's a video game. And I feel like they're gonna like take fucking Monster Hunter, that fucking movie, that garbage movie,
That's
the
gonna go
Resident
there.
Evil movie,
I was
and
waiting.
like it's gonna take themselves too serious. It's like no, it's a video game. Let's have fun with that and make a movie at that. I feel like it's gonna be.
The
I'm
only
just
thing
concerned
I'm
about
mad
it.
at is like Roland is brawlic. Kevin
Yeah, and
Hart
that's what I'm
is
saying. I
not
can't imagine Kevin
brawlic.
Hart is rolling
No, he's
at all.
swole. He's just tiny swole.
He's
Roland is like
tiny.
what,
That should be
5, 6
Terry
feet?
Crews. Terry Crews.
Yeah,
should
Terry
be
Crews should be
playing
Terry
rolling.
Crews has been canceled. I don't know if you remember that.
Man,
We have a
man,
whole
I
list
hate
of
that
cancel
He
people
was
with this
also
week
canceled, but he came back somehow, even though he's still canceled, but he's not canceled. So
because the white people love him.
what?
I
What?
said white people love Terry Crews. That's why he came back.
No. Kevin Hart was canceled, but he came back.
Oh, because he cheated on his girl.
What?
not more than no. It wasn't because of that. It's because it was the gay joke he made. It was
What
gay.
did, what did he say? I'm not into this
He
He
fucking
said if his
social media
son was
garbage.
playing with a Barbie doll house, he would pick up the Barbie doll house and break it over his head.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
did
Was
say
it a
that.
joke or was it like a serious
It was
conversation?
a joke,
was
but
a
you know
joke.
people are gonna take it serious anyway.
So why can't comedians be funny?
It's-
I
It
mean,
depends on your
I
level.
don't even have enough time for that.
Yeah, we don't have a yeah. If he was Dave Chappelle, it would have been.
Yeah,
taken
that's
that
what I'm saying.
serious.
Why is it okay?
You have
Whatever.
to
Like you said,
realize
we
the
don't have time
level
for
of
it.
comedian you are. You have to realize the
That was
level of
funny.
comedian
I
you
can
are.
imagine him picking it up and smashing it on his little kid's head. That's funny.
For people who have been through things like that.
You know, so yeah, you gotta think about that. So it's like
No.
it's the me and you side who don't think about. We're just thinking of it as a comedy
Because
special.
that's not something that actually happened.
That actually happened.
To you. But then you have the people who are that
He got
happen
smashed in the head by fucking houses, like tree houses.
Not
You
tree
brought it.
house. He's
No,
talking
tree
about a
houses.
dollhouse.
Doll houses.
But we
I
won't
couldn't
go
even afford a
there. We'll
dollhouse to
leave
get
that
smashed on my
alone.
head. That's like
Well-
some white rich people shit. Who has doll houses?
Oh my goodness! My daughter has doll houses.
You rich, bro.
My daughter has doll houses. My daughter has 2 kitchen sets.
Yo, you remember the microwave thing? The little.
Easy bake oven.
Easy
Yeah,
bake oven.
I couldn't
It's
get that
right
either.
here. It's right next.
Yeah, you rich, homie. Only white rich people have that shit. I
No.
didn't have that. I didn't have a doll house. I wanted that easy baking for him.
Go to me.
Make me
don't
some
gotta be
fucking
rich.
brownies every fucking day.
Oh, goodness. All right, Fred,
Anyways.
we're gonna cut you off before you get canceled now.
Oh,
You
no.
know, and keep going. So, but yeah, this Borderlands movie is up in the air right now.
What I had an easy bake oven. Those were
I stand corrected. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on.
Yes,
thank
yes,
you, Mad Queen.
yes. Thank you, Bad Queen. Come
Bro,
on,
I didn't have a backyard growing up.
What's
I
your
lived in the Lower East Side. I lived in a project building. I had to go up 12 floors to go to my house. I didn't have no easy bake oven. I didn't have a backyard. I didn't have a doll house. I had a pit bull as a neighbor who would chop my eyes. I got bit by a pit bull right here.
A pit bull stole my sneaker when I was a kid going to elementary school. I understand. I lived in the hood too.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
we
just
all
saying.
were in the hood. Even I, before I was living in this house, Eddie, I did live in apartment buildings before living in this house.
Putting out the information, putting out all your business.
Who is this
Yeah.
Bad Queen, anyways? banner, cancer.
Oh goodness. All right. So in other news, before we go too far off topic and shit, um, I'm just gonna lay out stuff that I don't want to talk about. I'm just laying it out there, just throwing it out there. The Pokemon Happy Meal, these Pokemon cards with people, grown-ups, just
Tomorrow I'm getting
fucking
this shit.
hot.
I'm gonna go get mine tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm
people
eager.
are camping out and selling these Pokemon cards online because McDonald's had no idea how much money these Pokemon cards were worth. They're bringing back original from '98 Pokemon cards and giving them away at Happy Meals for kids who don't know what the fuck they have. Like, I keep
What is
getting Happy Meals and they're not even giving them the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And I'm buying the Happy Meals. I'm like, yo, where's the Pokemon cards? Like,
sold out?
So
yeah, they're
is
all
there a
sold
chance I can get the holograph Charizard card?
yeah, you have a chance of getting that shit, yo. It's
Yo,
crazy, son.
those cards.
And that card goes for like 15 to 20,
Yo, it's
20,000.
crazy because I'm pretty sure all of us had that card once in our life.
I had it.
My
and I
grandparents
gave
had
it away to
mad
a guy's
cards.
kids. So a guy's kids who if I saw him today, I would beat him in the back of his head with a bat. So like, I wasted my money. I wasted my money.
I agree.
So,
I had it all, man. It sucks because when you're young, you kind of don't have control of some of these things.
yeah, we don't know what we have when we have it.
Yeah.
It's like me trading in all my games and going digital, then finding out all the games I traded in are worth thousands of
In the
dollars
future.
later
It's
on.
not money. You don't pay for shit.
Yeah, so yeah, it's what it is. But other than that, the other thing I'm just gonna bring up, but I don't want to have a conversation with this because there's too many point of views. It's about
Is
Gina
there-
Carano no longer being part of Star Wars. I wasn't gonna bring that.
Wait, say it
I knew
again?
you had that
I didn't hear
shit.
you.
I knew you was gonna
Sorry.
have that topic, but if you want to bring it up,
No,
all right.
go
So,
ahead.
Wait,
you
say it
know,
again because I broke up.
Repeat
no,
it.
Gina Carano no longer being part of Star Wars.
Who's that?
Let me hear about
That's
that.
the thick chick. What was her name in the show?
Oh, okay.
Who's
She
the
got
MMA
canceled. Yeah, the MMA.
Yeah, Kara?
fighter.
Yeah, Cara Dune. Cara
Yeah.
Dune.
Well, if
no
Felice,
longer
is
part
this
of-
Felice topics, then
No,
maybe
no,
we
no,
could.
no. It's his topic. I
Oh,
want to hear it.
No, I wasn't going to talk about it. I was just bringing it up. I wasn't going to go into details because I was just like, it's either you're on one side or you're on the other side, and if you got a certain opinion, everybody just hates on you for.
yeah. It's
having
tough. It's
certain
tough
opinion.
to have an opinion
So,
in 2021.
Yeah, 2020, 2021, you can't have a hardcore opinion or else everybody's going to hate you. So,
It's funny. I say something. I don't give a shit.
What is he? BK?
I was talking. Go ahead, Dre. She's trying to get you
Well,
to get.
my thing is, she said some transphobic shit, I believe, earlier in the year, which was stupid. Hey, you should know that at this point in time, that shit ain't rolling, and so that was dumb. They kept her on though after that shit, and to come out again. But the thing is, what people read, the only thing I want people to know is that people that just read headlines and they didn't actually go to her Twitter account and read her whole paragraph that she wrote, because everyone's just saying she said she referred to Republicans as being attacked like they're Jews and they're being attacked like Nazis for their opinions. That's what everyone, they just took that one line, but she did have a whole paragraph before she went to that line, and she did say that she doesn't agree with it, but she just feels like nowadays that's how it feels like if you're a Republican in today's day and age. Like I have family that's a Republicans, and I just like, I know how they feel. They can't even come out and say they're Republicans right now because just like they're gonna probably get fired from their jobs, or people at their workplace is gonna hate on them and all this stuff.
But let's just touch on that. But isn't that the problem? I mean, like, I feel like it's okay to be.
No, but hold on. Let me finish before you talk, because the problem is it's not only that I understand her getting fired because one, you did something already that was fucked up, and then you went on again. You should have threaded the needle. Like, don't see that. It's just like criminals who get away at work with stealing from the register, and then they keep doing it over and over again because they got away with it the first time. She fucked up because this is the third time. This is her third strike. Her third
fourth or fifth time.
Oh, probably fourth. Okay, fourth. I thought it's the third time, but fourth or fifth time that she's tweeting out something that she knows people are gonna hate, and you're working for Disney. You're not working for like HBO or Skinamax. You're working for Disney, and if people are trending Fire Gina for like the fifth time on Twitter, like this is the fifth time you're being trended, because they could have got rid of her the first, second, or third time people were trending Fire Gina. But
Everything.
yeah, she had it
Everything.
all, and she just kept going. Like, if you're making money, shut the
The
fuck
fuck
up.
up.
Yes, make your money.
Sorry.
Like if people told me that, hey, Dre, if you stop wearing that Gamerish hat, and we'll start paying you thousands of dollars to just talk about video games and stop wearing your Gamerish hat, y'all ain't never seen this hat again.
Wait,
I
wait,
don't know.
wait. Can I come? You're not gonna leave me, right?
No. I don't know if you want to finish or if you want to let Freddie go first.
I was joking.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Fred, you go ahead with your opinion. But I'm just saying, like, I don't like cancel culture, but I understand why she was canceled.
Nah, I'm not gonna say nothing
Why not? I love
because like
your opinion is amazing.
it's just complicated, and
Yes.
I don't think doing a 5 minute segment on cancel culture is gonna do it justice. I think that like every I think the right freedom of speech is a very important right, and then when people start getting canceled and people start getting banned on Twitter, on Facebook, I don't have to agree with somebody, but like nobody's making you listen to these people. Like I don't follow Donald Trump on Twitter. I don't follow him on Facebook. He could be fucked up all he wants to be, but like when we as a society start saying what's like the problem, the dangerous part is like when you're on the other side of it, when what you're saying personally is on the other side. And like I'm not saying like the opinion is right or wrong. I'm gonna say Donald Trump is right or wrong. I'm just saying the dangerous part is when who's deciding what's right and what's wrong. And I think that's becomes very dangerous because that's when things could get hard. And that's my only concern about cancel culture is that like if you're on the other side of that, it's very hard. And like I mean, going back to Martin Luther King days, about like that was the other side. Majority of the people are saying no, we don't want this, but but they didn't listen to that. They're like, no, these people we deserve these rights, and they made it happen. But in today's society, how hard is that to get noticed when the society is telling you no, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Are you comparing freedom of speech with the basic human rights to be a human?
I think basic human rights to say how you feel as a person.
Because one is about basic human rights to be recognized as a human versus as a.
So you're telling me that that's what I'm saying. This is like like a longer conversation that is not allowed to. I don't think it fits gamers, but I'm just saying like I feel like as a human being, I have every right to say how I feel, and I feel like if somebody's telling me no, you don't have that right, isn't that a problem? If you tell like Felice, if I told you, Felice, you can't tell me how you feel right now because I don't want to hear what you want to say. Is that okay?
Woman in America.
No, I'm just saying, but is that okay with you? Whatever you're gonna say to me right now, I say I don't want to hear it. Don't say it, because you're gonna offend me. Don't say it, Felice. That's okay.
I think that the answer that you want is a clean cut answer, and realistically, it's not. It's not possible in this.
And that's why I'm afraid of cancel culture, because it is a whole bunch of gray.
There is a bunch of gray, and I think that you need to also understand the other aspects that not you personally, obviously, but you a person that asks such a question needs to understand all the aspects revolving around it. Does this person have a following, or does this person not have a following? That's the first answer. Does this person have influence, which is the same thing as following, or not? So when you think about, and I fucking hate to mention the orange man. I'm sorry. I know we're not really talking about politics like that, but I never was my president. Literally, when you have such a following and you have such a way to sway the masses, whether the masses are a certain group of people or not, and you say something, it is your responsibility. Yeah, you have the freedom to say what you want. Yeah, of course. You have the freedom to say whatever you want, but you have also the responsibility to understand that what you say does hold weight and does move mountains. So when someone, to bring it back to point, because obviously I'm very passionate about this and I'm holding it in, To bring it back to point, which is also my segment, also, Gina Carano,
Yeah.
she has a she has a medium. She has a platform, not medium. She has a platform where she has people who hear her. So when you say things like, sorry, let me just go to it right now because I have it pulled up on my screen. When you say things that she has said, and I'm not saying every single thing she said was wrong or right, like just like you said earlier. I'm saying that she said certain things that angered a group of people. And realistically, they didn't choose to fire her until it was the last statement, which was about uh, a whole culture and it's
Republicans and Nazis.
well, it doesn't have Republicans in the statement actually.
I thought she said
No, it
something
has
about
nothing to do with
Republicans.
Republicans. It has nothing to do with necessarily Nazis. But the exact statement is because. Can I say the statement? Actually, is that okay?
Go ahead.
The statement that she said was because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. That's exactly what the post said. Now, if you want to tear that statement apart and you think about any other culture in society or any other group of peoples that have been through the atrocities and the genocide that the Jews have gone through, you can think of mirrored things to this statement. I understand what she was trying to say, though she worded it really fucked up. She shouldn't have said it at all. She should have kept it to herself. No one asked you. I get that you have the freedom of speech, but you have a platform. I get that you have a lot of thoughts and you are socially aware, but you work for fucking Disney. Shut the fuck up. You wanna stay where you're at. It took her a minute to get to where she's at. And should she be silenced? No, she should not be silenced. But should she be aware of the clause that is in her contract? Yeah, she should be aware of the clause in her contract. Do I agree with Disney being such assholes to fire her? I don't agree with Disney having such a pull over people to make them shut up, but they have a brand that they have, like, which is the same reason why they canceled certain Disney stars that were in the Disney Channel, the girls that grew up to be adults, like the one, all the girls that sing the songs, all
Yeah,
like,
we know.
I
Only
can't
one that's safe is what's her face? Was it? Is it?
I can't think of her name right now. But all the girls, when they transition from being a child to being an adult, they don't want to be Britney Spears because that took a long time, right? They don't want to be like the other one that sung the genie about it. They want to grow up. So anyway, my point is to gather back in is Disney has an image, and they want a certain image, and she signed a contract. And do I agree with it? No, but she signed a contract, and she knows what she should and shouldn't say. And yes, she has been saying things like this before she worked for Disney, because some of these statements, which I won't read them all, some of these statements that she has said, she said them before Disney. And then her last statement was about the polls in 2020. Clearly, from the way it looks, she was a avid Trump supporter. Uh, and that is whatever, from what I can, the way I read, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I don't know, but the way I read it, about the voter fraud of 2020 needs to be fixed and stuff like that. I mean, you have a platform. Don't say things like that.
But isn't that part of the problem?
Is it part of the problem if you sign a contract? You sign a contract, shut the fuck up.
But is that in the contract though? Do we know that for a fact?
It's Disney. Everyone
Probably is
knows the
Disney. I'm
contract.
pretty
No, but like
sure.
see, this is my point. It's
It
not
is a
about.
character clause.
I'm not arguing. You just made a point. You like you have a contract, like you said, like you have a. I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore.
All right.
All right, we'll cut it from there. My last thing, So for the Gamers Network, y'all know we do these tournaments every month, and we got our latest tournament up there on our page. If you're not part of our Facebook group, join us, Gamers Network Facebook group. You know, and we're doing right now a tournament on the best African American characters, not actors in movies, characters. So I'm gonna go ahead and name round one and see if who you guys think. Some of these guys you guys are gonna know, some you won't know, because some I had to Google and like make sure they was black. I was like, this name does not sound black. I like that I had to go Google. I'm like, oh shit, this is a black person. But of course, we had one person that still put a white person inside there. But I won't say no names. But if you listen to this, you know who you are. You know. Yeah. So in round one, the first round buys went to Black Panther and Storm. So don't gotta worry. And this is not a battle of powers, people, because there's some people in the comments who think that Mace Windu is gonna win this whole thing because he could cut everybody up with his
AGK!
LDJ Ham. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. We're about to go over our list of on our Facebook group. I don't know if you're part of our Facebook group on Gamerish Network Facebook group, where we have a tournament going on for the best African American characters and shit in movies. So I'm about to go over round one of that. And for those who are listening, we do this live. For those who listen for the first time, you're like, who the fuck are they talking to? We do this live, so you know these recordings that you're getting are our live recordings. We don't do this off script and just give it to you guys. This is all live. We don't edit anything. You get what you hear. All right, just so you know, none of this is pre-intended. All our topics we talk about on our podcast, nobody knows about. We don't talk to each other ahead of time. Like, is this what you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about? We do all this shit live, so we know bullshitters. All right, this is not screen played content. Just so people know. But right now, in the first round today that I put up, we have Mace Windu versus Wilro Hood. And of course, Mace Windu is winning this shit because Mace Windu and Wilro Hood is an ice cream man from some damn movie. And I'm just like, I don't even know this movie. Never seen this movie, but whatever. Like I know he's gonna get eliminated in the first round. Sorry for whoever picked him. I think he only has one vote to like 20 something people right now. The other round one was Blade versus Alonzo Harris, which is really close right now. If you don't know who you know who Blade is, because if you listen to this podcast, you know who Blade is.
Best African American
It's
character.
Lee.
Lee from the Telltale.
But we'll talk about movies, though. We talk about movies. But thanks, Francisco. Don't worry. We'll probably get into games. If this tournament ends before the end of Black History Month, we'll talk about. I'll make a tournament for the best black characters in video games. So I'll do that next. But right now we got Blade versus Alondre, Alonzo Harris, which of course is Denzel Washington's character in Training Day. Blade, of course, is winning this right now by a little margin. Some people are going and talking about Blade is not from America. He's I know is his in the comics he's not black, but Wesley Snipes, he's black, and that's the picture I put up there. So we're gonna call him African American for now. You know, we also got up Spawn versus John Creasy. So I'm not familiar with John Creasy. I think if I see his face, I'll probably know who the hell John Creasy is. I'm about to check it up right now. John Creasy. Let's see. Oh, John Creasy. Yo, matter of fact, I think that's another. Yeah, man. So that's another Denzel character. It's the guy from from what's the movie's called? What's the movie called?
Man on
John
Fire.
Q. John Q.
Really?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Q.
No, okay.
So it's John Q up in there. And then after that, sorry guys, I'm just going through this damn list. It's Apollo Creed versus Candyman. Which I think that's gonna be close because it's kind of hard. I think it's gonna be us, the '80s babies versus the later '80s babies. It's like whatever you grew up in. It's like no, Candyman was scary. No, Apollo Creed's died. So I think and Rocky was the shit. So we'll see how that goes. Then I have Mouse or Moose versus Shaft. Lando, of course, from Star Wars versus Django. I think Django's gonna win that shit. Miles Morales versus Eli from the Book of Eli.
Wait, they chose Miles Morales?
Yeah. So yeah, he's up in there. I know I said It should. I didn't say live action, right? So I guess he is a black character, Miles Morales, even though he's mixed. Before Freddy goes and throws that in there.
Well,
So
most black people are mixed, as traditionally as you want to put it. Most black people are mixed. Actually,
mhm,
probably all African American people are mixed. Just put it out there.
mhm.
Everyone's mixed.
Then Jules Winfield versus Ruby Rod. Then Black Dynamite versus Axel Foley.
Oh,
Then
dope.
we get Morpheus versus Shaka Zulu.
Morpheus.
And then Naomi Nagata versus Paul Rosing-Bagina in the Hotel Rwanda. Um, and then we got Pootie Tang versus Ben Thomas. Then Poussey from Orange is the New Black versus John Coffey. And then Julius Campbell versus Meteor Man. So out of all those names, who you think will come out and win this tournament? If
Just
you can remember all those names.
yeah, I cannot honestly. But just to be curious, and out of all these names, and the winner is meant to be like the best.
Remember, I always put a asterisk on this because it's just what people in our group picked. So it's the
No, I
best
know.
black African American character in a movie.
Honestly, wouldn't be able to pick because I think that they're all amazing, and I think that it sucks that even though I think we spoke about in the last podcast that we were looking for like these characters to talk about because it's Black History Month. It sucks that it reminds me of the concept of crabs in the barrel, and it's like there can only be one, like the Highlanders, and I wish that they can all win, but I don't know who would be the picker, the one that's picked by our group, our network.
If you had to pick one, who would you pick?
I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't even. I don't even remember half of the names. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
We
uh,
got Black Panther in there. We got Storm up in
I
there.
got that, but I couldn't even pick them. It's really hard for me. I would want to pick three at least.
All right. So who's your top two? Who you think will make it to the finals?
Obviously, Black Panther's gonna make it to the finals because I mean, Black Panther, right? Um, I don't know who's gonna.
Malcolm X almost made it, but he was at the cutoff point. I only could take 30 people. And
Hey, thank you for the follow, Small J
yes,
Sosa.
thank you, Small Joseph. What is that? Small
Jay Sosa.
Sosa? Yeah.
J Sosa.
Okay, Jay Sosa. Okay, cool. Thanks for the follow. I'll appreciate it.
What'd you say though? You said shit. You said you thought someone else was gonna make it to the final?
No, I thought if Malcolm X was in it, he was
Malcolm
gonna make
X
it to the
was
final,
in it.
but I cut off at 30 and Malcolm X was number 31.
Yeah, I got a problem with that cutoff, man.
That's what-
Pulp Fiction, Samuel Jackson's not there. Are you
Yeah, he
kidding
was.
me? Like, this is like so
Oh,
many
Samuel Jackson
characters.
characters in there. Do you know his name in Pulp Fiction?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Samuel Jackson's Pulp Fiction characters. In
Nobody
there.
knows these motherfuckers' names.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Jules Winfield.
All right, he's
He's
gonna
up
win
in there.
that.
And he's going up against Ruby.
Felice, what was your top three?
I said I wasn't picking because I think it's crazy to pick only three
All right,
top three black people.
I got it.
in Black History Month.
I would love to
So
see
Ruby
Miles
Rod is Chris Tucker's character in
from.
Fifth Element.
I do
So
like.
that's who Samuel Jackson's going up against.
Do you got the Chris Tucker name from Rush Hour? That character?
Nah, he's not Carter. He's not in
Oh
there.
man, that was great. My top three that I would love to see, and so my two, I guess, because it's the final two would be oh shit, Apollo Creed or Candyman. I kind of want Candyman actually to win. On the right side, and the left side, I would love to see Miles Morales or Black Panther. I think those two are gonna be, but it's gonna be Black Panther. And I love Candyman just because I think that's such an original idea, and that like. Have you guys watched Candyman recently?
Not recently. I want to see the new one.
Oh man, I watched it recently with my wife. And that movie, maybe it's just me because I'm over. I got a punishment for. So my whole family was watching Candyman. I started watching like 20 minutes of Candyman. Got to like the fucked up part, and then like I said some smart shit. They're like, "Freddy, go to your room in the basement, like the second floor." It was like a
Your
downstairs.
room in the basement.
No, downstairs. It was like a furnished basement. But pretty much, they're like, go to the basement, go to the downstairs of the house by yourself, while everybody else is upstairs watching it. I just finished watching Candyman, and I was down there for like 2 hours because they forgot about me. So like,
You shouldn't
so
be
I
laughing.
was like downstairs, I was like, what the fuck did I do? Was it that
Yeah.
serious? So like that's why I got like a special place for
Were
Candyman.
you afraid? How old were
I was
you?
like a kid. I was like 9 years old,
Did
eight
you
years
ever
old.
say Candyman 3 times in the mirror?
Nah, I don't
No,
fuck around with that shit.
nah.
Yo, why is it that we can't do it?
We don't do that shit. We black. We don't do that
Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to like. But yeah, I think Candyman is such an original like, and like the way they kind of had it like. I hate to say the hood, but the urban space, and like it was like their own version of the boogeyman, and it felt like I don't know, like it felt so like grounded in the sense of like Michael Myers. Yeah, I was just saying like I wasn't afraid of Michael Myers. I wasn't afraid of these other
Facts,
people.
facts.
Texas Chainsaw. I wasn't afraid of that shit.
Because they
But the
didn't keep realistic.
Candyman, that scared the shit out of me. And like he was fucking creepy, and then he was also like kind of romantic because he like loved her and he wanted to like, kill her so like they could be together forever. So it was like really fucked up because he thinks he's like the good guy. He's like, oh, I want to be
He's the good guy.
together.
He's the good guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's it's such a complicated. Like Michael Myers is just a bad guy. He's just a psycho. There
I
was
never
no.
understood what was wrong with him. Did you ever know what was wrong with him?
I think he's just retarded. A special need
Jesus Christ,
person.
Freddie. Every week we're gonna start losing viewers because Freddie gotta say white people are retarded and all this shit.
Michael Myers has brain
Please
issues.
excuse Freddie whenever he speaks while he's drinking. Like, cause Freddie just be saying all the wrong
Yo,
things.
that's how I can tell people don't watch the Drink of the Game because they be catching, don't be catching Dre on the Drink of the Game. Be saying some
I
wild
don't say
shit
no crazy
about
shit like that.
religious,
What are you
aliens,
talking about?
all this
That
shit.
one episode, but you be getting caught in everything you in saying some crazy
Nowhere.
shit, yo.
So what's DJ Have you shaking your head? So which one with Michael Myers? He's just what? He's a regular nice guy who just goes
Just
about
the guy
killing
that
people.
wanted to kill his family straight up. That's it. He just wants to kill his family.
And that's
and
perfectly
anybody that
fine.
got in his
I'm
way.
trying to give this guy an excuse for being a psycho. You just say he's a regular guy.
What you said. Oh my gosh. I can't right now with you. I can't. I'm like crying tears here. Like,
I'm
laughing.
sorry. I misspoke and I apologize. Please don't
I
cancel me.
understood what you meant. I know
Don't
what he
cancel.
meant. Not mad at all, but he's dead. He's dead. Wait, what?
He's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
Like I'm telling you the truth. Thank you,
Yeah.
DJ.
No, don't
Thank
thank
you, DJ. I appreciate your support.
Thank you for being here, though, DJ. Thank you so much for always showing up for us.
But well, you guys asked me this question. You guys gotta be like, I said,
I never
Candyman's
thought
dope.
You can't be in your brain. Like, think about what you're about to say.
I'm over here.
I'm
I'm
gonna be
the
quiet
most
now.
politically correct ass person on this show. Just FYI.
But like, I like Candyman. And who's your two, Dre?
My two, I think it's gonna be Black Panther and the Django at the end.
Django?
Yep, the Django. Yeah, Django.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a dope.
So I
movie.
think it's gonna be the two of them. Django did a lot, in his movies and shit. I feel like it's gonna be like two black people that like fought for the black race at the end, and that's why I felt like if Malcolm X made it into that, he would have been an automatic winner. I think people would have voted Malcolm X all the way through, but Black Panther.
The reason I didn't pick, though. The reason I didn't pick is because we chose fictional characters versus real actual heroes, and that's what made me salty. So I was choose not to pick.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I just went off of whatever was a movie.
Not for you. The nation, the
Gamerish Network.
the network
Yes.
speaks for us.
Yes. So, and it's good. Like, let people argue in the comments and stuff and everything. So it's all good. But that's all the stories I have, Felice. So what you got? We already spoke about one of your stories. You got anything else?
Yeah. It was just that, which I'm not gonna speak on anymore because it's a sensitive topic, and I felt uncomfortable speaking about it, but I thought it was important because you guys all like to watch that show, which you still didn't give me your Disney password for. I'm still waiting
You
for
didn't
that.
ask for it. You gotta ask for
Every
it. You
podcast.
gotta shoot me a text to say, "Hey, Dre, remember? By the time we're done this pod, I'm drunk." Like, so
I know. I wanted to, in the spirit of the month that we're in, because I know that it's easy for us to do, or not just us, but I know it's easy for any medium to say it's Black History Month and do an episode or whatever of Black History, and then it's like one and done, So I wanted to, throughout the month, every Thursday that we have at least one thing, you know.
Hold up, police, real quick. Do you have us on in the background? Because I hear everything you're saying again in the background. You gotta put that on mute.
No, you can't put it on. You gotta put like 25%.
Thank
Like
you.
that.
I'm gonna just put it over there.
Yeah.
Can you still hear it?
I'm like
No.
hearing you twice. Yeah, I hear it. No, I don't hear it no more.
All right, I moved it to the other side of the room. Thank you, Freddie. You understand my plight.
I got you.
I'm trying to help us out. We gotta
Yeah.
grow as people.
No, I just said on mute. I didn't say turn us off.
We can't put on mute though.
Hey, it's another
We'll
meeting.
afterwards. Oh shit, they got louder. But anyway, I just figured that we or at least one of us would mention something Black History Month related throughout the weeks, each week, you know, because it's like I think was it Matt King, you said last podcast, you said that we support Black History Month. I think actually Dre, you said it too. We support Black History Month, but but then you took other people and they're like, oh, well, I'm Black every day, so like, why is it a month, right?
Yeah, LeBron said that. I quoted that.
Thank you. That was you. Okay, so I thought about that. I took that to heart, and then I was like, shit. Rather than just spitting out the regular, like the big brothers and what they're doing, why not still talk about the little guys? Destiny J, you said that too, boo.
Yeah, LeBron has a lot in common.
So, what I did was, I know you guys told me to look up the Xbox what they were doing each week, and then I did, but like really and truly, it looks like they just stopped. Like they said that this is what their program was for the month. Like each week they're doing something different, but then like if you Google, you don't see anything else past that original post, which kind of makes you feel like they're just like show ponying.
No, you just gotta show it on Xbox. Look on Xbox Live.
No, what's Xbox Live? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you see stuff, but it's like literally it's the same stuff. There's nothing new.
There's not a lot. Yeah, they don't have too many. Yeah.
I'm Black 365 and a quarter, my dude. Not 28 days. Thank you. Or 29 and whatever.
In a leap year.
28 in the leap year. Yeah, thank you. You fixed it. But in any case, so what I did was I looked up some things. The first thing that popped up, and these are many things, right? The first thing that popped up was an article about Black journalists, but Black gaming journalists specifically, because you know we always hear about these journalists like from, and I consider G4 as people who are journalists too. They're on TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they talk about the fact that the concept of Black journalists like not being around to tell stories, because you know even though we are getting some sort of presence in terms of representation, we're not getting any kind of
we don't get recognition.
Thank you.
What I wanted. This is why I started all of this shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like skim through some stuff. I'm not gonna like read everything, but one thing that this article spoke on was the fact that, do you know that big game Death Stranding that came out?
Yeah.
And we're talking about Norman Reedus and the dude that played Hannibal and how they're like iconic, but no one ever speaks about the dude, the bad guy who played was it Tommy Earl Jenkins, I think his name is? Yeah. Die Hard Man. No one talks about him. And not until this guy decided to write a fucking this person decided to write an article about him. And it's crazy because it's like this guy was like the main baddie of the game, this huge game, you know, that gained so much attention in part due to this dude's acting and the other people's acting. You know, you got Norman Reedus from Walking Dead, you got Mads Mikkelsen from Hannibal, you know, but like, and also the chick from the blue is the woman's color. Everyone is like white, and he, you know, granted he's the black dude, but no one's talking about this dude and how excellent he played that fucking role. So anyway, I just want to say in general that not only does representation matters, but the mere appearance isn't the only important thing. The concept that we need recognition as well when we show up and be in a space where people can see us. Like no one listens to Little Jumbo Boy number 36, you know?
And not to cut you off, we have like what's his face? Gerald Lawson, who until that documentary came out on Netflix, we had no idea a black man created video game cartridges. You know, like we had no fucking clue. All these years we've been alive.
Or
no
peanut butter.
brought this man's name up, you know.
So many.
that no, yeah, like so Gerald. So shout out to Gerald Lawson, R.I.P. because he died at the age of 70. But yeah. So it sucks that after he died, everyone knows who he is now. But we should have known this shit a
I
long
mean, I know
time
who that
ago.
was. Actually,
You know.
I didn't know who that was. So,
Yeah, so we
but
should have
that's it.
known who he is a long time ago. Creator of video game cartridges. So if it wasn't for him, Nintendo wouldn't have had them shits. And Sega wouldn't have had them shits.
Nope.
Like so. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
But continue.
Also, like the first black available character ever to be played in a video game was on Atari in 1979. It was Atari's basketball for Atari 800. No one knows about it. It was like a black guy who's granted it's for basketball, and we don't want to be seen like that. But first character ever that was a black person in a game was on that. And moving right along, my last thing was in reference to still obviously same thing. The 7 video games by black developers that you can support right now. So
Yes, please give me those names.
thank you. I'm gonna go from 7 to 1 if that's okay.
That's fine.
7 is this game called Treachery and Beatdown City. Okay, so it's a game. It came out last March. I know no one really, well, not no one, but most people didn't really hear about it because COVID. COVID.
Mhm.
It came out on Steam and the Nintendo Switch, and literally it feels like a game that's like Streets of Rage vibes mixed with like Yakuza, like Yakuza 7, how the game the turn base works. It feels like that, and it literally looks like kind of like a beatdown game. Like, well, it's called beatdown. It has beatdown.
Yeah, I see it has like a woman in it, a white
Yeah,
guy and a black guy in the
yeah,
back, like throwing a
yeah,
jump
yeah,
kick.
yes. That's made by a black person. The
Oh,
black developer. Anyway, it's a 2D game. It's a beat 'em
has
up.
an 8 out of 10 on Steam.
Thank you. Number 6 is Swim Sanity. I actually did play this game randomly. I think I played it on Xbox. I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I was like, "Let me play this." It came out on last August. The way it's described is as if scuba divers meets Power Rangers together. It's a team game. You can play by yourself, which I did, which wasn't as fun playing by myself. But you could play with, I think it's like up to 4 people. Obviously it's a side game. You're in the sea, you're like shooting at these big sea creatures and shit, and literally like you pick up like different like powers, so you could be like shooting lasers and shit, and you're shooting at like sea creatures and like robotic monsters, which is pretty cool. It's a co-op adventure. It's actually really fun. I do kind of want to play this guy with you guys. It's silly. It's a game you could drink and play with. It's really silly. It's like an old school vibes with side scroller, updated mechanics. But yeah, it's on Xbox One, PlayStation, Switch. I think it's on Steam and also. But yeah, the next game is a dating game. It's called Validate. I know it's like most people aren't into like slow games, but I know a lot of people who are into like games that are very much into like conversation wise. It's not out yet though, but it's gonna be on PC. It's literally like dating in
Coming
like
to Steam.
yes, yes. Eventually, hopefully they'll be on Steam. They haven't really said their platforms yet, but it just says PC. But you know it's gonna be Steam realistically.
Yes, Steam. I'm reading it right now. Steam. It's actually a book. It's a visual novel that you play through and yeah, you're playing through a book, making decisions and shit like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
so you have 30 narrative routes to enjoy. And literally, like, when I think of this, I think of the concept of, and no, don't laugh. I don't know if you guys ever played that BK dating game. It's really silly, but I see my friend play it.
The one I created?
What?
The one I created, the BK dating game?
Wait, you create? Stop playing with me.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't let me
Yo,
fight
where's that money at, bro?
Don't
Yeah.
let me fight you. Don't let me fight you. But yeah, this game is 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. It depends on your reading speed because obviously there's a lot of reading involved, and like what you do changes like what happens in the game. It's a cool game if you like something chill, and you'd be surprised how good these indie games do, especially on Twitch. There's another game coming out called Before I Forget. It's literally about a person with
Ooh.
dementia, and literally you're navigating their mind. Well, sorry, you're navigating your apartment to like not forget things. Um, I know it sounds pretty sad, and but a lot of games like this are sad, like the Heavy Rains and the Until Dawns. This one, I think they have a Twitter page for support for that, and they're gonna be on like Steam.
Yeah,
And
they came out like July last year.
yeah, and something called Itch.io.
Oh, good.
The next game sounds similar. This one it's from someone who's actually in a coma. Like not from, but like literally, the game is like someone's in a coma and like they're like walking around in their mind trying to like remember things. This one is not out yet, but it's supposed to be out soon. It's gonna be on Steam, Switch, and Xbox One. But literally, like it's She Dreams Elsewhere, pretty much. That's what it's called. Okay, and it's gonna be on, like I said, it's gonna be on Switch and stuff, and it's gonna be on Game Pass, which I'm interested to see how that game plays because it looks pretty trippy. But obviously, if you're in your mind, then obviously it would be
They have
trippy.
a demo out on Steam right now,
That's dope.
so you could definitely try it out.
Yeah. The second one is Aerial Knights Never Yield. That also says it releases on Steam. It says 2021, so this year, obviously. It has it's like it has a in this runner with the stylistic choices and like the Spider Verse. Like a lot of these games on this list, they compare themselves to the games that we have now, which I think is pretty
Oh
interesting.
wait, this is the game I played.
You
I
played
played this.
it?
Yeah, I actually played this game just recently. It's one of the games I really enjoyed.
What did you think about it? Because they
It's
had like all these weird, like, I don't know.
it was part of the Steam
The
showcase.
demo thing.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I actually really enjoyed it.
You
The
play as
music,
Wally, right? There's this kid. He's
yeah,
trying to get to like figure out what's happening and shit.
it kind of reminds me a little bit of remember that Subway Surfer game where you have to go left, right, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so that's the premise, but the it's much deeper than that. But so you duck down, it's like you're playing on a track, and you're the character. You jump up, you slide down, you kind of jump in between, and the music is really good. That's one thing that like I really enjoyed a lot
I
about
love
it.
music in video games. Like if
Yeah.
you could give me a good soundtrack, I'm all
Yeah,
in.
the soundtrack was dope. I did a little boss fight, and it has so much style. I think that's why I really liked it a lot because the gameplay itself is very like you played this type of game before, but I
Yeah.
think the style of it and the music really brought it to another level. So I think it's a demo right now. Definitely check it out on Steam. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna keep an eye on it to maybe
Yeah.
to buy it.
Damn, I gotta play this game. I haven't played. Only one I played was the underwater one. The last game is Five Force Fighters, and I understand why they put this as number one because literally this game looks like Dragon Ball Z, but it's like fighting. It's super cute. It was a fan that created this. That someone who's like not a fan specifically, but someone who just loved the Dragon Ball Z universe, and the fighting styles, So it was pretty cool. It's 2D, 2D fighting style like Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or whatever. And yeah, it's got those mechanics that we love, like that they put into these games, like how they put into Smash Brothers or Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or Dragon Ball Z, like when you play the fighting games. And I think it's pretty cool, and I love the way that the graphics look. And for it to look like how it looks so far on such a low budget, because I'm assuming they have a low budget, because you know, I think it's definitely worth looking into. Um, but it's not out yet. It should be coming out soon. From what I see, it says coming out 2021. It's gonna be for PC only though, and you can support them by literally going to. They have a Discord channel, literally. Once again, their name is Five Force Fighters, and they also have like a Twitter account. It's a light underscore loves, but it's pretty cool. I just figured that it was important to continue that conversation this month, and we should.
Yeah, we'll bring more next week for
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's a
That's
great
it.
list, and it
Yeah,
highlights the stuff that's been going on, not just for this month, but it's been going on for like months and years of development. And thank you for highlighting these great games.
Yeah, that was a good list, So we'll bring up another topic on Black History. Cause it was another thing we should have spoken about. Like I said, I think we should have did something weekly. So it's good that you brought that this week because we
I got
didn't
a
talk
Black Women's
about
List
it.
next week.
So yeah. So with that said, guys, I guess that's our show for this week, guys. We thank all of you that are watching us. If you're still not part of the best Facebook group there is, which is Gamerish Network Facebook group. Please join us. We have two, one where we just dish out all our videos and stuff, and one that you communicate with the community and stuff. Join us, join us, join us. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And we're like one of the few communities where the admins don't just sit back and watch you guys talk. We actually communicate in
I'll
all
fight you.
posts. Yeah, we talk with you guys and get involved with the conversations, and sometimes those conversations make it into these podcasts. If you guys have any other questions or any topics you would like us to discuss, you talk about send us an email with your questions to gamerish537@gmail.com. Like and subscribe, please. If you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, please do. We really appreciate it. We got streams coming every Tuesday and Thursday for Freddie Felice every fucking day, I believe. Um,
I'm
uh,
sorry.
and me only on weekends, but
Only
I
on
have
Saturday.
time with my kids. My kids like to stream with me, and if you want to hear the noise, hop into a brawler and kids stream. I have some videos there with me and my oldest son playing Fortnite on YouTube, me and my young kids playing Sackboy Great Adventure, and I'm sure you'll be tripped out on that. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on how my kids were helping me fail. So that's some good shit. So yeah, guys. So until next time, and oh yeah, check out A Drink in the Game. And Freddie, he already brought up his new podcast in the beginning
Mine
of the
will
thing.
come soon.
Fleece is
Yeah.
coming soon, guys. So wait
Yes,
for
yes. And then we have a news podcast called Game Bang coming with
Ooh.
Tim, who's usually a occasional guest on a drink of the game. So look out for that. We'll be talking about classic games that inspired current day games. So we got a lot going on, guys. Our Patreon is coming, so look out for that too if you want to support us just for like $1 a month. So until next time, people, I'll use my drink of the game thing. Enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games, continue to love Gamerish.